Alright, I have a 2005 Polaris Scrambler 500. I haven't been able to find any kind of video whatsoever to explain pretty much anything. A lot of stuff on the boards, but usually comes down to Sportsman 500. Same motor, same transmission, minus high and low, but it's just not the same. So I'm going to give you a walkthrough on it. Okay? What you're going to want to do, you're going to want to remove your plastics. And you can see I've already pulled my transmission out, but I'm still going to give you a walkthrough where everything was and steps to take. You're going to pull your seat. You're going to pull your airbox. You can see the bolts right here, your airbox bolts. There's a flange. You're going to pull this thing, right? Spin that off. There's two hoses, that hose and that hose. You're going to pull those off. Usually a screwdriver wedges them off. You're going to want to take, after you get all this off and your back flaps off, you're going to want to take your pipe off between your exhaust and your header. Remove that out of the way. Makes life hella easy. So then after that, you're going to take your shift linkage off the top end. This connects to this. I put all hardware back. 1, easy to see. 2, easy to put back together. You know where it goes. So once you get that off, you're going to want to come over here to the right side, throttle side. You're going to remove the 2 bolts right here and here on your brake master cylinder. There's a bracket, if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. For your brake lever. Those are your 2 brakes, 2 bolts for the master cylinder. There's another bolt that goes here, which is right here. It's easy to get to underneath. You actually have the clearance to get it. Then you have the top 2, which go right there. Pull those out. This removes out of the way. Then you're going to go over to the clutch side, your brake handle. You're going to remove your clutch cover. 9 bolts going around. I believe they're 10 millimeter, something similar. Once you get those off, you're going to pull the center bolts for your primary and your secondary. You're going to need a clutch puller, you can see in there, for the primary. Once you get that out, you're going to take the cover off right here. Then you're going to have to take these. For the cover, there was 6 bolts, I believe. No, 5, yeah, 6. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 screws holding the plate on. Okay, once you get those off, you're going to find this bracket. This bracket right here is the housing. You can kind of see the lines for it. It goes there and there. You're going to take that bolt out. You're going to take that bolt out. Then you're going to find your swing arm lock nut. You want to take it off, but not on this side. This is your brake side. You want to leave the brake side. You want to take your clutch side off. The only reason you want to take this off, it actually holds your transmission into place a little bit, just enough. So once you remove that, you're going to go over to the other side. You're going to take your coil off. Once you get the coil cover off, you're going to have the prop shaft, right? It's going to run from here, going through. There's going to be a joint right here. Then it's going to run from there up onto there. 2005 only has 1 in the front. Maybe it's because I have the half year. I don't know. There's a pin right there. You have to pop that down and out. I used a screw that was just bigger than the inside of the pin, which is right here. You smack it out. Okay, this comes out. PB blast the crap out of that. After that, you're going to take a hammer when that's connected there and barely tap the end of this. Once you tap this out, it'll break free. So then you're going to take, and there's a through bolt, they call it. You can see the hole right there. It basically runs from here to there. And you're going to take that out. That's the bottom mount of the through bolt transmission. There's 4 more bolts. You have one here. You have a second bracket that sits here. Holds them in. Remove the right side, your throttle side bracket. Get that out of the way, right? The last 2 bolts, there's one right here. And there's one right there. Pull those. Once you're done with that, there's going to be this little breather hose on the side of the transmission. This little hose just goes up into the frame, but it connects to the transmission right here. Pull that off. Then you're going to take and wiggle your transmission. Sorry, no, I take that back. You're going to take your connector that connects to here, which is, I moved it out of the way. Just disconnect it. That's all you have to do. It's very simple. It's a top lever, pull. Click it up, slide it back, pulls right off, right? So you get that set. So then what you're going to do is when this is in, your transmission is in, you're going to grab your driven shaft, right? You get that, hold on to it here, hold on to your prop shaft. You're going to want to wiggle this thing out. Once you get that out, you're going to want to pull it over to the right as much as you can. Get it off of here, back out, lift it up, slide it over. Once you get it over enough, you should have enough room to take your transmission, slide it back a little bit. And what I had to do was take the right side, slide it back, lift it up onto here. Once I got it to here, I could slide it and lift it up and out to the right. Problem is, I've read a lot of reviews that you have to loosen your motor mounts. I didn't have to touch my motor mounts. So, I don't know if it's just an easier way or what, but it worked. So once you get it out and it's sitting on here, on your brake mount on the frame, you're going to want to take it and rotate it right here because it doesn't fit through your coolant blocking. So what I did was I got it out to where it was comfortable here, and I rotated my shaft and wiggled it, and it came out. So hopefully this video helps you guys a lot more than it did me. I kind of gave up and decided that a video was needed. So yeah.